Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about why people fail at setting New Year's resolution goals. When January 1st comes around, people are always so eager to setting new goals. Maybe they want to lose a bunch of weight this year and get in shape, or maybe they want to finally make a certain amount of money for the end of the year. But a lot of these people who set these goals are failing. They're quitting way too early. And the reason why is because they're not setting measurable goals. They're not setting any way to track their progress. They just are saying, I want to get fit by the end of this year. And once the end of the year comes around, they realize that they kind of quit maybe the first couple months into the year. They didn't continue with their goal throughout the entire year. So today we're going to talk about how you can actually set measurable goals, and how by setting measurable goals, you're actually going to be able to achieve your goals rather than just setting a goal that you're going to achieve once you feel satisfied with yourself. Because if you're setting goals and the outcome is you being satisfied with you achieving your goal, then you're never going to reach that achievement. And I want to talk about how this is kind of used when it comes to setting revenue goals for a business. So if you are setting increasing revenue goals every single month, maybe you just created a business and you want to make your first $100 month, and you hit that, and you set a new goal for the next month, and that next month you want to do 200, and then 400, and then 800, but you aren't happy until you reach that 100 mark, that 200 mark, that 400 mark. The reason is because you are continuing to cycle through all of these goals. You are happy for a split second once you reach that goal, that $100 mark or $200, but then again, you're sad right after you hit your mark, because now you have another huge goal to go after. Because if you're laying out your goals as one after the other, where you want $100, then 200, then 400, it's a constant cycle where you're never going to catch up. You're not going to be satisfied with yourself because you're always chasing the next goal. And so if you're setting goals like this, then you are never going to be happy. It's the same thing with if you have a goal of getting fit for this new year, and that's your goal. You don't have any way to measure it. It's just, I want to feel fit and look fit, and the only way that I'm going to achieve the goal is when I feel like I've achieved it. That's not measurable. If you're saying that I'm going to get fit just by the way how I feel, then there's no way to measure it out, and you're gonna end up quitting. So if you want to lose a bunch of weight within a year, then let's just say your goal is to lose like 60 pounds in this year. What you'd want to do is you would want to set, like, each month, maybe you want to lose 5 pounds every single month. That way you can see that if you hit your goal for January or February or March, all the way up until December 31st, and you can see and track your progress of your goal and see if you are actually getting close to it. In this way, it helps motivate you to show you that you are continuing towards your end goal. But if you're just saying, I want to lose 60 pounds, but you're not measuring it out throughout the year, then it's a lot harder to gauge where you're at, and you're gonna end up feeling overwhelmed and you're gonna quit. And back to the ad revenue or the revenue goal, where you set a new revenue every month. That's fine if you want revenue goals, but what you want to be doing is always reflecting back and seeing where you started and seeing where you are now, and comparing how far you've come to where you first started. Because if you aren't looking back and enjoying the successes that you've been having, then you're always going to be unhappy. But if you're able to hit that $100 mark and look back when you had zero, and then hit that $200 mark and look back when you had $100, then you can actually feel satisfied with yourself and be happier, rather than hitting a brand new goal and then setting a new one right after that and being unhappy again and then again and again. So that's why if you're setting goals like this, you want to make sure that you're always looking back and reflecting on how far you have come, so that you can continue to be happy and satisfied with yourself. And if you are trying to set a weight goal or something that can be evenly distributed throughout the year, like losing 60 pounds, then break it up. Each month, lose at least 5 pounds a month, and that way you can track your progress. Instead of saying, I just want to lose 60 pounds, say, I want to lose 5 pounds per month, and this is how I'm going to track it. Really break it down to the micro level and see how you can actually make the steps towards achieving that monthly goal, which is going to be contributing to your yearly goal. So to kind of conclude everything, the reason why people are failing with their New Year's resolution goals, or just goals in general, is because they aren't setting measurable goals. If they want to be better at like an instrument or a sport, and their goal is just to get better, how can you measure that? Can you say, say you're playing saxophone or something and you want to get better at playing that instrument, how can you measure getting better at that goal? Is it by maybe the songs that you master or the books that you complete? How can you measure that out? If you're trying to get better at a sport, let's say basketball, how do you measure out getting better at that sport? Is it by seeing how fast you can dribble in a certain amount of time? Is it the amount of baskets you can score? What is it? You have to have measurable ways of seeing how you're actually achieving your goals. And once you do that, you will actually be able to achieve your goals rather than quitting within the first month or two like most people do who set New Year's resolution goals. So this is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below in the comment section. Do you guys want me to talk about anything specific? Ask me down there too. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.